Take-home message, the only hack you need for weight loss is...
It's the... Hi guys, welcome back to another video.
Today's video is for Natalie's outlet. She has almost 1 million subscribers and makes hack, DIY and testing videos.
And one of our viewers brought our attention to a recent video of Natalie's 14 weird weight loss hacks that actually work. Alright, let's have a look at what Natalie is recommending.
So eating with your non-dominant hand or chopsticks to slow down eating, and apparently can cut calories by 12%.
Keeping your taste buds occupied while you're cooking so that you don't snack on things by eating hard candy.
And how about using blue and green coloured plates, because apparently blue and green make you less hungry.
When you're going out, use cash instead of carrying a credit card so that you have less money and therefore will buy less food.
And possibly our favourite, watching horror movies, because apparently you'll burn 180 calories.
Wearing or using anything vanilla scented like this candle here apparently reduces and suppresses sweet cravings.
Sleeping in a cooler climate because it burns more calories.
And don't get too comfortable eating in loose clothing like pajamas. Wear tight clothing so you're more aware of your weight and therefore will eat less. Yeah, no.
I'm not sure how effective these hacks are going to be. I mean, it's sort of like skirting around the edges here, but not tackling the root cause and the root issues.
The truth is, there's no hack to weight loss. There's simply education. And the problem is when people don't have the right education about weight loss and they make these kind of videos.
It's exposing people to a lot of misinformation that is potentially dangerous.
And look, we know that it's not Natalie's fault because she just doesn't have all of the information yet.
Just like we didn't at one point, and like most people don't, to be fair.
Exactly. But the problem is when you're giving this kind of misinformation to people, it's like everybody wants to lose weight and everyone's going to watch these kind of videos and people are really desperate. I mean, weight loss is such a serious thing for so many people, and there are also a lot of people with eating disorders, so they pay attention to these kind of things.
Yeah, I mean, the video when we were filming this had over 600,000 views in 2 days.
So we really feel that it's very important that when large YouTube channels don't have the proper education about health and weight loss,
don't make these kind of videos.
It's very irresponsible. And one clip in particular, one hack, really was quite distressing, and Natalie even knew this because she did include a little bit of a warning, so here it is.
Right, the next hack is to eat in front of the mirror, because when we see ourselves eat, we're a little bit more aware of our bodies and we don't really want to watch ourselves overeat. Make sure this one you do in moderation, because it can definitely be an unhealthy thing to constantly be watching yourself eat. I mean, have fun with it, right? I mean, have fun.
Yeah, this is definitely an very emotionally, mentally, everything unhealthy suggestion, and you can't have fun with it. That's
No. And it's all about not overeating. Well, if you're eating the right foods, overeating becomes a non-issue.
So here's the education part, because so far all of these hacks are basically how can we distract ourselves, how can we eat less. It's all about reducing calories. It's the old mindset of the amount of calories that I put into my body will determine what my weight is. When
not all calories are utilised equally by the body. And as Dr. John McDougall, who has been helping people lose weight and keep it off for 40 years, says, it's the food.
Which means it's not how much we're eating, it's what we're eating. It means the food is
both the cause and the cure. So what we mean by that is it's certain foods like meat, dairy, eggs and processed foods that cause weight gain, and it's other foods like high carbohydrate, whole plant foods that promote weight loss.
So here's the hack that will revolutionize your life.
And you only need one, not 14.
You only need one hack for weight loss. Here it is. A vegan diet that is focused on whole foods predominantly.
And high carbohydrate whole plant foods.
That are low in fat.
And protein.
Why is this so important? Because these are the foods that our body is physiologically and anatomically designed to eat. So when we put the right things in, we don't have to worry about eating less and counting calories. In fact, this is the only diet and lifestyle where you may actually have to count calories to make sure you're eating enough.
Initially. And when you're eating high carbohydrate, whole plant foods, there is no risk of overeating because those foods are self-limiting. That is, the fiber and the volume and the bulk of those foods are going to trigger your satiation. And so you're naturally going to stop eating them when you're full and satisfied.
So all of these hacks that don't work anyway, they do not even apply when you're eating the right foods. We eat so abundantly every day, our food's piled up on our plates. We eat from white plates.
It's the food.
We sleep in a very hot climate. It's so hot and sweaty. We have to sleep on towels to absorb the sweat.
It's the food.
We never watch horror movies.
It's the food.
Forget about eating in tight-fitting clothes. It's so hot here, we eat naked half the time.
It's the food.
All of these hacks go out the window. Just eat what you're supposed to eat. Simple.
The problem, as we always say, stems from the fact that we've been raised to believe that we're omnivores, when in actual fact we're herbivores. And so we think that eating meat, dairy and eggs is normal, natural and necessary for us, when in actual fact the opposite true. It causes us to gain weight, it causes disease and it causes our death.
And we know that these kind of hacks don't work, and we know that restricting calories doesn't work either, because if they did work, then everybody around us would be slim and satisfied with their diet. But nobody is. Everybody's on the diet merry-go-round. We're restricting more, and yet we live in a world that has more overweight people now than ever before. So it doesn't work.
We can't emphasize enough, high carbohydrate, whole plant foods are to human beings what grass is to a cow or a horse. And if you would observe a cow or a horse that's not domesticated and that's wild in nature, there aren't any fat cows or horses because they eat the diet that they're designed to eat. We're the only species that doesn't, and that's why we're having problems with weight gain, and we're trying to work out how not to overeat or how to restrict our calories and come up with all these hacks.
A vanilla scented candle. Come on, guys. Come on.
No, it's the food.
It's the food. Although weight loss is first and foremost about what you're eating,
It's the food.
but there's so much more to it than just that. It's about your sleep, your hydration, your exercise, whether you're taking medication, what your history of health is and your diet history. So many things are part of the idea of weight loss.
So we're not just talking about a dietary change here, we're talking about a holistic lifestyle change. So you need to focus on health and fitness, and weight loss becomes a natural byproduct of your focus on health and fitness in the long term, because weight loss is not always rapid, and when it is, more often than not, it's unhealthy and it's unsustainable. So it's not just ourselves that have experienced great results leaning out on the lifestyle that we're talking about, but there are many other vegan YouTubers living the same lifestyle and getting the same great results. Take home message: the only hack you need for weight loss is
It's the food.
All together now.
It's the food, it's the food, it's the food.
So that's the video for today, guys. Help us share it with Natalie so that she sees it. Her social media links are linked below.
And to any large YouTubers that are watching this video, please, we really do ask you, if you don't have the right education, which mind you, you now have if you're watching this video, let's not be making these kind of videos and spreading misinformation to just confuse people and take them away from the real message, which is, it's the food.
Like, share and subscribe, and remember, until next time, going vegan is not the most we can do.
It's the least we can do. See you next video.
Bye, guys.
I was like, it was bad, guys.
Are you listening? It was bad. That sounds, woo! That, what did she say?
Ring of
Ring of
fire.
fire.